All right, everybody. I trying something different. This is something I said. You know what? I'm gonna ask other people on YouTube and see what everybody else's reaction is, and see what other people say. So this is for my subscribers who are married right now, currently, have been married before, or engaged in the process of getting married. My question to you is, how was the whole experience? I want to know from different people, how was their experience? Because a lot of people, they have different experiences and different ways of doing everything. So like for the fellas, how was it when you made the decision that you knew she was the one? What was your reaction like when you was like, okay, the whole planning of the proposal? How was it doing everything? How were your nerves and your anxiety and everything when you leading up to it? And how did you propose? How did you plan? How did you propose? And what was your reactions going through your mind and everything? And ladies, what was your reaction when the proposal happened? Did you know it was coming? What were you like then? And then what was it like going through the planning stages? For everybody who's engaged now, what is it like for you going through the planning stages right now? Same for my married couples. You know, what has it been like being married? You know, what was the whole process of planning the wedding? And then when it got to the wedding day, did you have jitters? Did you have cold feet? What was your emotions? What was the anxiety level? What was just going through your mind? And what were you doing on your wedding day? And when it came down to the wedding, what was your wedding like? You know, all the stuff like that. I just really want to know different people's reactions and their emotions, everything leading up to it as far as getting married. Because, you know, me, I still am holding out hope that one day I will get married. So I'm just trying to get, you know, different reactions from people, especially here on YouTube, and see what they say. You know, I try to keep a lot of stuff private when it comes to me, but I will share this. A lot of people don't know that I have been engaged before. I was 19 and she was 18. So this was back in 2004, and this is somebody that I knew that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with at the time. And she felt the same way, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just take the leap of faith, and I proposed, and she said yes. Unfortunately, she passed of lupus, so we didn't get to the whole planning the wedding and the wedding part, but the engagement part did happen. So it was the whole engagement part. I remember being so nervous, because I'll tell you guys a story. So I worked at Cedar Point, which is an amusement park. If you've never heard of Cedar Point, it's an amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio. And it was a long distance relationship. We talked every day and stuff like that. And we had to, because I was at Cedar Point, Ohio, and she was in Atlanta. And then she was in Seattle. So we talked every day, video called every day and talked. And the more and more I was like, yeah, this is the perfect one for me. And I made that decision. So we talked about marriage, and you know, the idea was out there. So she actually, one day I got for work, and she called me. She's like, hey, what you doing? And I'm like, nothing, just got out of the park, just left work. She's like, oh, well, what you gonna eat? I was like, I don't know. It was like, I have to go back in the park. Once I change clothes, I'll go back to the park. She's like, I'll bring you something. I'll laugh. And I said, how you gonna bring me something, you all the way in Atlanta? And she's actually, no, I'm not. She's like, I'm on the main road right here in Sandusky. Surprise. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, no, this has got to be a joke. So next thing you know, she pulled up. And that was the happiest moment of that whole process, the whole time, because I hadn't seen her in a little bit, so it was good to see her. And right then I was like, yep, I'm making this plunge. I'm proposing to her. And so she got to meet a few friends of mine, and everything was going good. So I went to the mall and I picked out a ring. So we went into the park one night, and I had a couple friends of mine that worked on a ride and worked in the park. And I had a setup where the lights was turned on and stuff like that, and we walked around and we were just talking, hold hands, and I just stopped and we was sitting there talking and chilling, and I got on one knee and proposed, and she said yes and gave her the ring. So that's how I proposed. So I do want that feeling again. Hopefully I'm blessed to able to have that feeling again, because I remember how nervous and anxiety was through the roof. But it's a feeling that I want again. I know right now, I already know in my head, if I were to get that opportunity again, where I would propose at. How I would, I kind of know, but I don't know. But I do know where I would propose at. Right now, I'm figuring out who I'm proposed to and how. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know your whole engagement, wedding planning, and your whole marriage thing. Let me know in the comments what's your whole thing, because everybody's different. Talk to you guys later.